This portion of the show is brought to you by Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter of hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. And by the Texas Team Trail, an all-new tournament series. Welcome back to Lake Amistad, the site of the 2012 Texas Team Trails Championship. Now, this clear water reservoir in far west Texas is well regarded for its exceptional year-round fishing. Lake Amistad owes a great deal of its success as a fishery and its clarity to the abundant and varied grass population found throughout the lake.
There's a ton of different kinds of grass. There's pepper grass, hydrilla. We saw all kinds of pondweed, kind of just different kinds mixed in with it. A lot of them I didn't even know what they were, but they just kind of add variety and kind of give you some different edges. And what those fish like to do, you know, they may not like to be in the middle of a bunch of grass that's all the same, but you get a little different little variety of grasses kind of mixed in together, and a lot of times that's where the fish will set up. Man, that fish hit hard. Not a great big one, but I just started throwing a bait called a Big Easy, which is just basically a swim bait that'll come through grass good. There's lots of baits like it. It's kind of like a skinny dipper, or you can fish a lot of baits that'll swim through that grass well. You know, not a great big fish, but it's a nice one. Hit on top water. Basically, hit it right on top. Let's see if we can get another one. All I'm really doing is just fishing this bait real slowly through it. When I get to a hole, and there's lots of holes in here, I'll actually stop, or not stop, but just basically slow it down and just let it kind of come through there. And actually that time when that fish hit, it was actually coming over the top of some of that grass. And so, you know, when it's going over the top, basically sometimes it's just gonna come out of the water because this grass is just so thick. You get into a hole and it'll actually swim through that. So it's a bait that you can fish really, really slow, or you can kind of fish it fast and buzz it over the top of it. I saw that fish come up and get it. Absolutely ate that thing too. He just kind of came up in slow motion. It's a nice one. Now that's getting up around tournament quality right there. That's a nice 3.5 pounder at least, maybe almost 4. A nice fish. And that fish, he was, I mean, we're only in about 5-6 foot of water, and I'm just really slowly reeling a Big Easy as a swim bait just kind of around this grass, and that fish just kind of came up out of that clump and ate that thing. That's pretty cool. Pretty fat, pretty good looking fish this time of year. Ooh. One thing that I believe really helps you in this kind of fishing is drifting with the wind. You don't have to hit your trolling motor nearly as often, but your cast can be a lot farther. And I already talked about casting. You know, a lot of times with a swim bait, a long cast is really key. You know, you make a long cast, the fish hits a long way from the boat. That's just the way it generally works. With the wind, you can get that long cast out there. You can make that long cast, and against the wind, you know, it's just a lot harder to get that the distance you want and need. So I just try to move with the wind. You know, I'll just set up my boat to where, okay, well, I'm going to work this big giant flat, and I'll just start at the top. I might run back up there. If I had 4 or 5 bites on this flat and I wanted to go across it again, I wouldn't just turn around. I'd probably take out, run over deep water, get up there to the top of it again, and let the wind blow me down through it again. That fish just hit like he was in slow motion. And he came to the boat so fast. That's a skinny one there. Got a big old head, but skinny body. Now, he just came out of, it wasn't an open hole. It was just kind of solid, and I was just reeling that thing real slow, and all of a sudden he just came up there and ate it, started coming right at the boat. Still a nice sized fish though. Good deal. That fish, we're about where we caught the other ones really. It's 5 to 8 feet of water, just kind of scattered grass. All different kinds, a little bit of hydrilla, a little bit of that kind of pepper grass looking grass, and some other stuff just scattered in and just kind of fishing.
First by land and now by sea, Lucas Oil has long been a staple for high-performance racing vehicles. Now Lucas Oil offers a full line of marine products specially designed for today's outboard engines and proven under the most extreme conditions. Look them up online at lucasoil.com. We'll be right back with more Fishing Texas.